Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Transport Fever 2. Coming at you with more of our Dedication Island series. Thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. I hope that you guys are enjoying watching this series as much as I am enjoying making it. A brand new episode every single day. So don't forget, if you're enjoying, like the videos. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, because like I said, every single day, another video coming at you. Ring that bell, get notified the same time every day. Come back, watch it, like it, and support the channel. Also, don't forget, I'd love to see more comments down below in the section down below. Let me know what you think about what we've been doing so far. Let me know what you'd like to see more of. Every day when I go to make new episodes for this series, I got to figure out, okay, what do people want to see? You know, obviously I spend a lot of time in between episodes getting things set up so that I can do a nice little succinct 40 to 50 minute video ready for you guys to watch. And knowing which stuff to skip over and which stuff to actually focus on and provide for you guys as content would be really helpful. And plus, the comments and stuff in the YouTube section, in the comment section helps with the exposure on YouTube, and more exposure is all good things for me. So please leave some comments down below, and let's get a conversation going. All right, with that said, let's jump right in. It is time for more urban planning. I know you guys enjoyed it the first time. Nobody complained, at least, so that means you're getting more of it. We did four cities in the previous episode of urban planning. We did Rangerton, Joshland, Shepland, and Curryburg. Since then, I have done some minor planning and development in the cities. I've gone through in a lot of the cities and expanded some of the widths of the roads and done some things like that. So we are kind of moving along that direction nicely. But there are some cities which need some more attention because they are starting to receive some of their demands and they're starting to grow. And before they grow too much like we did previously, I'd like to get them set up with some solid base infrastructure. So Kinshotaki is getting their construction materials at a very nice clip, I might say. And so they're going to need to get some work going because they're in serious need of some renovations to the public transportation in particular. Brompton has started to get their tools. Of course, we set that up recently. So we want to make sure that they're set up and ready to go. I plan on expanding very soon our construction materials production and having it overflow from Kinshotaki into the harbor and across the seas to head to Neapolis. So I'd like to make sure that they're set up and ready to go. And also, the food has been getting delivered to Dogetopia, and they are in particular a very tight squeeze in on this little peninsula right here. So I'd like to make sure that they also are set up nicely and have some things going. So let's start there at least. If we have time, we'll move on to more. And there's also a few lines that we could maybe take a look at optimizing as far as public transportation goes as well. But that being said, let's go. Let's jump right in. It's Kinshotaki time. And this city, like I said, we've got two major junctions going this direction. We have another major junction coming straight through towards the train station, which is really good. Long term, I could see us doing even more like this as well. What I would like to do is just make sure, at the very least, I would like to come in here and update this. And this is expensive. This is expensive stuff sometimes. I'd like to do this one as well, but this is in the way, so we're going to delete that. And then we'll come back in here like that and do this. And again, like I said, it's expensive. I just spent $659,000 deleting a whole bunch of stuff to make that road nice and thick. But at the end of the day, it's worth it because we'll have, solid flow. And once these cities get really big and we get into the mid and late 1900s, there's going to be so much traffic on these roads, and you're going to want to have a lot of options. And it'd just be more expensive then to make them bigger and wider and stuff. So I could potentially think about making this one bigger, but the traffic I think shouldn't be too bad in the industrial area. I could potentially make the one down the middle bigger and in the future if we needed to, but for now I'm going to go ahead and live with what we've got there. And potentially as well, we could get another one coming this way that could be thicker as well, or something down in here. But for now, I'm okay with that. What I do want to focus on is what we're looking at for public transportation in this city. As you can see here, there's just a few people wanting to go get to Joshland there. And then, of course, there's a lot of people wanting to get on the bus and come to the central part of the city because they've been getting off on the train and waiting to get on. But there's also a lot of people, overflowing in fact, who actually want to get to the train station and head to Joshland. And of course, obviously, long term, we're probably going to want to get a train that goes up to Kinshotaki or up to Morpha City from Kinshotaki. Although, I mean, it's a pretty direct line. Maybe, maybe not. We are, of course, going to have rail going through here because we're going to be doing the plastics in Kinshotaki and the oil refinery in Morpha City. So there will be, at the very least, goods flowing through here. But it could be a potential example of a location where we don't bother having trains. I don't want to have necessarily trains in every possible direction going for PAX lines. It's not a bad idea to have a direct line. Just, you know, it's just a road. It's nice. It's direct. It's not too long. And Morpha City can also long term do some harbor action to head to Neapolis. It's already going to, obviously, to Beerland. We could potentially get another run to Brompton. So there's going to be lots of public transportation options for Morpha City outside of just running a PAX line. So, you know, we could even potentially have an airport at some point. Who knows? Or maybe we'll do a central airport for these two cities. Maybe there will be trains going to them at that point. All kinds of options down the road. But for now, let's just go ahead and be happy with that. And jump right in and do things we need to do. So, we have this location here. You can see there's a fair amount of residential out here not being hit by that. And there's even some stuff down here not being touched by it. And so we definitely need to have some sort of a transportation hub in the center, which is connecting all of the things. And I'm wondering where we want that. I feel like we might want to do it here. And what we could potentially do is, instead of having the line coming from Morpha City all the way into the center, much like we've done previously, we could have it drop off at an endpoint, maybe even potentially here. We could potentially just do a road coming like this, perhaps. And because we actually have this road here that got created by the game automatically. So we could actually continue this out, connect that up, create some sort of a depot at the end, and we could do like a station at the end where they connect, and then in one central that can have going this way and this way, and then another stop at the end down here to incorporate some of this. So let's go ahead and jump right in. Let's not waste any more time talking about it, and let's just do it. So I'm going to go like that, and I'm actually going to delete this for now and go ahead and work off of this road first. So let's go ahead and do that. And again, let's just make sure. Like that. And come straight in here. Wish it would snap when it was like perfectly straight. Whoa, I don't know what just happened right there. What's going on? Just my game just spasmed on me. I apologize. So we're perfectly straight. Let's just make it to there, I guess. And then it makes it easier to be perfectly straight here. We're gonna call that good. Just like that. Boom. That looks fantastic. And then we can go in here and, and run this. And one trick you can do sometimes, and I suppose I could have done it there, is you can kind of snap it to straight by running the road through. So let's go ahead and do that. And it looks pretty good to me. Just kind of smooth it out, make sure it all looks good there. Okay, so that actually is fantastic. And so right in here we can put a terminal. The cities, where do we want it? I kind of feel like it should go in here. Although this terminal, I'm going to do a terminal here, and I think optimally it would make sense for it to be on this side of the street here, for sure. So we could potentially put it in here. And then another one there. So if we put it down here, because the city will continue to grow, and this will just basically be at the edge of the city. So what we can do is, let's go ahead and make this road connect here. Don't really need to do that, I guess, but it's kind of the best we can do with it. So I'm going to go ahead and put down a terminal. And I'm going to make it a tram terminal. And I'm going to make it big. Tram, yes. Length, big. And it should be good with just the two. We'll have the buses coming in, or well, the carriages at this point, coming in from Morphous City. And then we'll have a tram coming out this way. So we're going to need tram lines. We're going to go like this and like that. And then it's going to be like this. And we're going to go all the way up here to the top of the hill. Probably put it somewhere like in here, I think. So that'll be fine like that. And then in here, let me go ahead and go like that. Down to here. And we're going to make this tram friendly as well, because we're going to come in and go out. And we'll basically have a line, much like we did basically in Rangerton, lines going each way. So let's also, we need to do it somewhere, so why not right here? Put in our tram depot, because it's just barely gonna fit, as it turns out. And just like that. And then we just need to put in, I'm just gonna, I think I'm gonna put at each end, I'm just gonna put maybe a stop. I don't know if I need depots really, like, because there's no exchange happening like there are in those three. It's basically just come out and back, right? So somewhere out in here, we will need a stop. I'm just going to put it there. And then we'll also put one. I guess I could have them going both ways. Yeah, I'm going to put it here. Like that. Coming back. And then we're going to need to make this there. And then the last thing we need to do is decide. I definitely want it on this side of the road. And I think I'm going to put it here. Doesn't really matter, but that's where it's going to go. It's been decided. So this is going to be I guess it only needs to be a double. Like we'll go stop going each way. Trying to think of how I'm going to make this go. Because having a front and back entrance would make a lot of sense for the one line. So if we set it up like this. Try and put it as tight with still having a straight line. Let's go like that. And let's configure it with a back entrance. Like that. And what I actually should have done, and it's actually not even straight, so I'm going to go ahead and delete it, is I should delete this here. And then have it pop up here. That's not actually going to work. You know what I need to do? Let's have the clock running anyway. What I actually need to do is make this run away and then delete this one and have it come here. Then it'll include that. I don't know. That was kind of silly the way I did that, but it's fine. We'll figure it out. Okay. Let's see. Let's go like that. Pause. Bulldoze. Like that. Then we'll go like this, and we'll try to make it straight this time, which it is now. Like that. And then configure. Oh, are you kidding me? Why does it have to be like this? Like, why does the game have to be like this? Seriously. I'm trying to make it so it doesn't like, because it's clearly a short route here. Like, why is that? Why? It's just a stupid amount of money on absolute nonsense. So it down here it was capable of being a super short street, but over here it had to be this long. Just because the game's mechanics don't work. I'm sorry. I'm gonna take a deep breath. It's just frustrating when games don't make sense. How hard can it be, people? All right, let's go ahead and configure in some access like that. Then we want to let's see. We have the two lines in here. Kinshotaki Amorphous City. I would like to manage this line and delete the 10th Street. Actually, what I'll do is I'll add this one first. So you add that first. Then you delete this. And now it's just a nice whoop right in there. Boom, 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 boom. Then that one is actually pretty good there. What I will do is add to this line we are going to manage the line and go. Let me think. I actually don't want it to start at 10th Street. We want it to start at there and go add station there, then there. Actually, that's fine. There to there to there to there, and yeah, it doesn't really matter where it starts. I guess that does the same thing, and it slides in and out perfectly. Very nice. I'm happy with that. Okay, and then we need to go with a new line, and it's gonna go from here to there to there to there. Make it a more amenable green. And it's coming down here because it doesn't know it's going to be a tram line yet, but it's going to be a tram line. So, like this, it'll go in. Okay, so let's go ahead and name those lines. So this line is going to be we considered this the north, right? So north south essentially is here. So this is east west. So the line that we haven't named yet is Tram Kinshotaki northwest. Sorry, northwest, north south. And the line that we had already, which was a bus line to the train station for Kinshotaki, we just need to rename this. It is now a tram line for Kinshotaki going east-west, which happens to include the train station. Okay. So then let's go like this, and let's buy a couple of our sexiest trams. Oh. That's weird. I already... What? How could I just buy that and already have one in there? Anyway, that was weird. Tram Kinsho east-west and Tram Kinsho north-south, and we can rock this thing back up. And away we go. So now this line will not be coming into the center of the city. So all these carriages and soon to be buses and all that, instead of having them run all the way through the city and create all that noise, they'll just come to the edge of the city, of course, and then jump around in there. All right, let's move on. Let's let that do its thing. We've got lots to do here, and we've spent way too much time on Kinshotaki. Brompton. All right, so we have one major central area. You can see here there's a little bit down here and a little bit up here that isn't being touched. And this is a line that was heading down to the ferry pier. And I feel as though we could probably just have... What we could probably do is actually take this stop out completely and add a stop here and throw another stop down here. And that doesn't even reach out there, hey? Yeah, we almost starting to need one this way as well. Almost, eh? Even down in here. Eventually we're going to want to get to the train station as well. So what we'll do is we'll probably go with one this way and one this way, and a train station stop down here that goes to the center. And then as the city grows, we'll want one here. So yeah, right in here we put a central station. We would have that down there. And up there is missing big time. So we need something there. So we kind of need to do the same thing. And again, it's kind of preemptive, because a lot of There we go. A lot of this revolves around the idea that the city's going to grow, of course, and as the city grows, then it will grow around the infrastructure we're producing. So let's go ahead and let's just make a central location first, and then that's kind of all we really need. I'm going to put it here or here. I'm going to put it over here. So let's go buildings. Let's go like that. Same kind of thing. Kind of the edge of the commercial residential area. Occurrence here. And of course, the game's going to give me trouble if I don't make it super close down here. Probably still not going to let me do it because, you know, oh, got away with it this time. A little bit crooked lines, which drives me crazy, but there's nothing we can do about it because we're just going to keep going. Like that, and like that. And then we just need some stops at the ends. Let's put one there. Let's put one there. Let's put... Long term, we're gonna, when we get a PAX line set up for this city, we'll make a better stop. But for now, minimal investment required. Stick that like that. And then what I actually want to do is make an extra stop here. On the way to. And then we'll put this here. Actually, you know what I need to do? I'm going to go bulldoze that. I'm going to bulldoze... Whoops, nope. Bulldoze that. And I have to wait till that disappears. So it doesn't replace the one that had nothing on it. And there. That replaces that. Now this line is there. Brompton to Ferry. So we're basically going to just have a run like this and a run like that. And I think what I'll do is out here in the industrial area, I'm just going to go ahead and stick our tram station like this, and go ahead and actually I'm going to put it like this just because maybe not. Actually, you know what, I'm going to put it like this across the street. I'm going to delete this because I don't want these industrials right where they are right now anyway. Construction not possible because, oh, it doesn't want to do, oh, that's kind of silly. It doesn't want me doing it directly across the street from that. Let me just stick it right in there. Like that. And then let me go here. Oh, you know what I did? I did this again. I gotta bulldoze this. Then bulldoze this, and then it replaces the line like that. Oh man, this is gonna be close. It's gonna be close. Whew. And then configure. Oh, you've got to be kidding me, game. Why? Oh my god. It's just... Pause. Just absolutely as frustrating as it gets. There we go. And go like that. And like that. And that's pretty much it. We're good to go. We just have to set up the lines properly, manage the line. This line is now, it goes from here, and we're going to add station there on the way. Then we hit that. We come back. The question is, do we want to hit 2 on the way back? I think we do. We'll hit 2 on the way back. So let's go ahead and add in another station across the street there. And then we'll manage that line. Nope, that's not what we wanted to do. There we go. We'll manage that line to go 3, add station there. Add station there. And then there. And then it goes back to 1. Boom, 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 like that. Then we will go like that, new line, and we'll go here to there, back to here, and over to there, and so on. And that will be a nicer green as well. And the line will be called Tram Brompton, and that's going to be north-south, I do believe. If I'm not mistaken, yes, indeed. And then this line going to the ferry pier is going to be called Tram Line Brompton east-west. There we go. Then we just go ahead and buy a couple of these bad boys, 1 on each line. Tram Brompton east-west, Tram Brompton north-south, and away we go. And what I'll be able to do is, I haven't done it yet, but we'll be able to take, once we have enough trams on it, we'll be able to take these buses out, but I'm just going to leave them for a minute and not worry about that detail, because we want to move on again and hit another city. We got Kinshotaki, we got Brompton. Let's take a look at Neapolis, who is receiving their breads and desires better access to transportation. Yeah, this city is, we got a major line here, major line through there, and another major line through there, and we kind of have a triangle in the middle. So that kind of looks cool, actually. It kind of works. We have kind of a triangle of major roads that we can work around. Somewhere centrally, we're going to want a line. This is good. This isn't kind of central coming out here. I mean, eventually it'll kind of be central, but I guess a line at the top of that hill. And then down in here. I don't really know how I want this city to go. Let's see. We definitely have, from the station, a lot of missed opportunity here, a lot of missed opportunity out there and down there. What I will do is we'll have a front station down here, of course, that will the Rangerton line will end at. So let's go ahead and extend that just a little bit. And let's just make this straight, because why the heck would you not want it to be straight? And then any roads that come off of this, so we can put it out here. So that's kind of that line there. And I think that might cover the whole city for now, and then eventually we can put a line in this way that somehow would continue down through here. Maybe we have to reconfigure these roads a little bit. I don't know. I think there's some road configurations required. I think that this road here needs to continue through here. So delete that. Have this line maybe connect to this. In fact, you know what? No time like the present. Let's just make it happen. Stop. I gotta pause it for a second. It kind of wants, like, it kind of comes like this. It kind of wants to keep going on an angle. I don't want it to be too close to this. It'd be kind of nice. Let me do that for a second, see how it looks with the buildings out of the way. It's not that bad, actually. I kind of want to delete this. It costs a fortune, but I kind of want it to look good, right? And so that kind of makes me want to just... If we do it on an angle, like on more of an angle, then it kind of wants to go straighter down. If we do it straight out, it makes a bit of a sharper turn here to go up. But this way, it makes sense this like that. Like this makes sense. It's a nice smooth curve. Guess this intersection makes a bit of a sharp turn and heads straight up the hill. That kind of makes the most sense. And then that way, long term, we set up, if we set up a ferry terminal in here to go anywhere, which we may not, I don't know. Maybe we'll head eventually down to Druidville or something like that. If we were to do that, then we would have a line going to that ferry. What will likely be more likely is we'll definitely have something out here in one of those spots, which would be like at the end of this. But at any rate, I like the way that's set up. Let's go ahead and let it play again. And one more time, it is time to add in some terminals. We're going to set one up. Kind of at the edge. Wants to continue to grow some. I kind of want to leave a spot for a road to come in this way. Let me just stick it like right in here. Like that. And then the central terminal would have to go, yikes, in here. It will be extremely tight as to whether or not we can get a back entrance on this bad boy. It doesn't want to... It wants to delete the whole frickin'... It's gotta go here, though. You know what? It's driving me crazy. Collisions everywhere. I'm gonna go stick it in and be happy about it. And somehow that's okay. Well, we won't be upset, I guess. So that allows us to have a front and back for this line eventually, but for now that's fine. And then we'll just have a regular stop out here. In fact, you know what? Let me do this first. Let me go what I'd like... I have an idea. What I'd like to do is get a road going like this. Looks pretty close to 90 degrees. And then I would like to then use the existence of that road to limit the length of the tram line. Like that. So boom, boom. And boom. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on... Oh, I need the other stop here real quick. The other stop would go right at the end and then do a very quick turn around like that. And then what I'll do is click on this and configure line and Rangerton Annex, add station like that. And then I can delete that. And there you go. And then a new line goes from here to here to here and back. Oh, no it doesn't. That does not at all what happens. Because I'm deleting that. Now a new line goes from here to here to here with a fancy color, and it's going to be called sorry, no, it's not. It's going to be called Tram Neapolis. And I guess I'll call it east-west for now because there's going to be a north-south eventually. So that's the east-west, and then it needs the existence of a tram station. And let's go ahead and stick it. Stick it on the exterior out here. Tram like this. And ding. Just like that. Vehicle. Boom. Add. Tram. All kinds of trams going on right now. This is Neapolis east-west. There we go. What? Unable to find path to missing tracks. Oh, I thought that it went all the way. Tram Neapolis east-west. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, we have ourselves a tram in Neapolis. I really do like these trams. I don't care what you say. They look cool. They're boxy as all get out. Ooh, a new vehicle. Fantastic. Something that we could take a look at in the future. What exactly is that vehicle? Was that a new busy kind of thing? Do we have one in the city? I think I might have deleted it and not put it back. Let's just find a place where we can buy it. I want to just check something out here. In fact, you know what we'll do? Ooh, I got an idea. Boom. Let's go like this. And Seriously? There's no depot in the city? Alright, let me get a bus depot. Screw it. Or a road depot. Yes. No. Maybe. Was that the passenger version? Oh, here it is here. The ducks. There we go. It does not carry more people, but it does go significantly faster. And has more emissions. That would actually be perfect for a line like this. Just going faster. Let's go ahead and manage all 23 of these vehicles with the replacement into the ducks. Just like that, we have a ducks. It's cute. Look at that thing. Fantastic. All right. Ooh, look at this. Super busy. Good stuff. Those are moving much faster now. That should help. So we have some optimization we could take a look at as well. I wanted to take, you know what line I wanted to take a look at? Before we started this video, I noticed there's a ton of demand right now to go between Shepland and Kruiberg. And we are not currently meeting the demands at all. 124 people waiting on this end and 111 people waiting on this end. We need to do something about this. And we have 2. I feel like 2 is probably the right number, but I think we definitely need to make these better trains. Oh wait, we only have 1 on this? Wait a minute. What? Just a second. Oh, yeah, okay. We definitely need that. Okay. We need to a second one of these. Let's clone it. I thought we had 1 on each end. Okay, let's go ahead and hit the clone button. I don't even know if this was the right idea. It should have come out down here. It will. Where's its partner? It's right here. So not too bad. We kind of want it to be opposite just so that the frequency is good. Let me speed it up here for a second. And drop out. See, I feel like 22. We might need to. I mean, the frequency is going to be pretty quick because it's a short run. Train's fairly fast. It's going to get filled up. Let me just hit power like that. Let me just wait for this guy to get down here, and then they're at opposite ends. I feel like 2 is the right number, but we might need to make these 3 long. It'd also be nice if we advanced to a point in the game where we had better passenger cars as well. Would be nice. So he's sliding off there and picking people up, and when he turns around, power that up. And now they're coming from opposite ends. That line's frequency has just been doubled, and it's now 3 minutes. That's not bad. Three minutes is kind of a nice target to have. So what we can do is, this is a situation where I like to warn people away from overreacting, because there's a big backlog where you're like, oh god, let's get a bunch of stuff on there. But once you clear the backlog out, you want to get to a point where your rate matches the flow. And what's happened is for a long time, we didn't have enough trains. We only had the 1 train, obviously. And so people were just backing up and backing up and backing up. But it's very possible that once you have a second train on here, that this will clear out and will meet our demand perfectly fine. If you were to go ahead and not only add a train, but add 1 on, you've basically changed 2 things, and you don't know how much you needed of both. Right? It's like, I don't know, weird example, but it's like when you've got the temperature of the water is too hot or too cold. You don't turn the hot up and the cold down because you might be doing both, too much of both, or not enough of either, or whatever. You change one thing first, see how you're doing, change the other thing first, see how you're doing. And then that way you know you're dialing yourself in 1 step at a time to whatever you need to do. So we've increase the hot, if you will, and double the trains, and then we'll see if we need to do anything else on that line in order to see who's going to win that. Who's going to win it? Who's going to win it? Oh, yeah. Pax wins out every time. Let's go. So we need faster trains as well, which is actually a very good thing that we can take a look at as well in the future, is a lot of these train lines are now still covering, we're actually still using the older versions of the cars, which are slowing down the capability of these trains and will get in the way of the PAX lines and stuff like that. A lot of management to do. I think that's something they'll probably do off stream, is just get the right vehicles, changing out to different optimal locations and stuff like that, for or optimal locations, optimal cars for different lines and stuff like that. That's just something I don't need as well in here. Anyway, I'm babbling now. We went ahead and got almost everything we wanted to do this day. We spent too much time in Kinshotaki, but we got Kinsho done, we got Brompton done, we got Hendu Neapolis done, and we can probably add potentially some more in here. I'm going to go ahead and say we can add another one to each of these lines in this city. Excuse me. Tram Kinsho, there it is. East-west and Kinsho north-south. We'll get a couple more going on each of those. Anyway, I'm going to let you go, folks. Thank you very much. I hope you've enjoyed more urban planning. And when we come back, I think it definitely is time to start laying down a whole boatload of infrastructure towards doing a brand new manufactured good. Hope you're looking forward to it. You can watch it as soon as tomorrow. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.